Dear students, it is the second video for week 11 lesson 21. In the first video we simply generally discussed about the world and different parts of the world and continents. In this video I would also express some of the attributes of the world and some of the geographical terms which are used in different cases to interpret geography and others. Well, we had in the previous video covered that there are 7 continents, fine, and in these 7 continents now we name the 7 seas, the 7 oceans that have covered the world. If I will start from our side, the biggest ocean that connects subcontinent India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, this is called Indian Ocean. Clear? And Indian Ocean stretches from Australia till covers India and some of the portions of the Africa. This huge portion of the ocean is called Indian Ocean. Well, right at the right side is Pacific Ocean. It is called Bahr Kahel. Fine. It's called, Bahr Oceanus. It is called Pacific Ocean. Clear? And this is the biggest ocean that is situated between Russia and America. This is called Pacific Ocean, and here is the North Pacific Ocean. Clear? Pacific Ocean, and there is the biggest sea is called Atlantic Ocean. Clear? The rest of the sea that is covered is called Atlantic Ocean. This part of the sea you see here, this is called Atlantic Ocean. It's called Pacific Ocean. This is called Atlantic. It is North Atlantic. It is the South Atlantic Ocean, and this ocean is situated between the American continents, Africa and Europe. Fine. These Pacific Oceans and the other oceans, they are covered mostly with snow. I mean, most of the year they are covered with snow, and shipping and other trade is quite less in this, whereas the major trade routes happen between Indian Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean. Well, the other main after the oceans, now we come to know about the sub branches of the ocean. They are called seas. Okay, the very important sea that covers us, that is on the coastal line of Pakistan, is called Arabian Sea. This is Arabian Sea. Fine. It starts from Pakistan till it goes to UAE and other. This is called Arabian Sea. Now you see that there is a slight portion that goes right into between Iran and other countries. Clear? This is called Gulf, Khalij. Well, Gulf is a geographical term. It is called Khadi. It means that when a streak of water, being a portion of sea, goes into some covered lands, जिसके चारों तरफ 3-4 तरफ से जमीन उसे घेर ले और बड़ी तंग सी रास्ता हो, it is called Gulf. Clear? And these gulfs are very important. Thereby the Middle Asian countries, Central Asian countries, Mashriq Wusta, the Middle East. This is called Middle East, and they are called Gulf countries: UAE, Oman, clear, Yemen, Iraq, clear, Jordan. Even they can include. They're called Qatar. They're called Gulf countries. Fine. And well, on the other side, the important is called Bay. Bay is another term which is used. This is called Bengal Sea. Clear? The Bay of Bengal mean it is a huge portion of the sea which is on. Clear? This is called Bengal or Bengal Sea or the Bay of Bengal. Fine. So they are the important seas which are covered by Pakistan. Other important sea that is just opposite to the is called Red Sea. This is on the other side between Saudi Arabia and African countries like Egypt, Sudan, Ethiopia, Eritrea. Fine. This is called Red Sea. Fine. So Saudi Arabia is situated between two seas, Arabian Sea and the Red Sea. And right from the Red Sea, you find a streak here, another important sea that is just up in front of Israel is called Mediterranean Sea, Bahr Kulzum, clear, and it is called Bahr Abyad al Mutawassit, fine, in Arabic. So it is the trade route. It is the sea. It is called the Sea of Rise and Fall. All the bigger powers, industrial power, European continents, they are on the Mediterranean Sea. Fine. The human conflict, capturing of the lands and advancement by Muslims or by Christians or by Europeans, by Asians, by Africans, that all is made in the Mediterranean Sea. Thereby it is said that the one who controls Mediterranean can control the world. So it is an important sea that runs through. There is another important sea that is just between Georgia, Iran, and Kazakhstan. This is basically say a lake, but this lake is so vast that it constitutes a sea. It is called Caspian Sea. So the big Central Asian countries mostly situated on the Caspian Sea. This is therefore it is the important one. And there is another sea which is on the side of Turkey's Black Sea. Anyway, these are some of the sea, and another important sea is Mediterranean branch of the Mediterranean Sea. Here you find the Spain and all others. Dear students, we have covered that the neighboring seas and why we need to know about the sea, because most of the trade routes, sea routes, are by these sea. And you have seen that the initial conflict and the basic conflict between America, India, Japan, and other countries is the trade routes of the sea. Fine, because China is going to be a huge power, and China is, you see, that is trading with the world, with Africa and Asia and America and all continents, and she has to cover a lots of distance to reach its other areas. Thereby, China has decided to use sea packs. Importance is this, that sea pack is a very shortest way, just cross Pakistan, connect with these areas, connect with Mediterranean, cover the entire Europe, and cover the entire Africa, come to these countries, and then to China. So this is entire importance of the geographical location of Pakistan. I'm just using by one way or other. Being a student of geography, I would love to share some of the other additional information on the map. Well, there are the biggest areas from desert. The biggest deserts in the world is this Sahara Africa. Libya, Egypt, Chad, Niger, Mali, Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco, Mauritius, Senegal, Nigeria, these are situated in a huge or vast Sahara. Well, after Sahara, the biggest desert that is there in China is called Gobi Desert in China. Then there is a desert that is stretched between India and Pakistan, third and Rajasthan. Fine. In Africa, Arab, there is a Middle East is almost a desert that's called Arabian Desert. Fine. Same kind of deserts are found in America. For example, Nevada, state of America, is almost desert, and similarly, the middle portion of the entire Australia is desert. Whereas the land of agricultures are India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Iran, China is also agriculture, Australia, within here Egypt, Syria, Lebanon, fine. These are the agricultural lands, whereas in America and all others. Well, dear students, we had covered some of the neighboring continents and others. Now I would share the location of Pakistan and its importance. This is the map of South Asia, and here we see that Pakistan is situated in South Asia. Fine. 24.30% north, mean on the say on the map or latitude and longitude differences. Fine, that Pakistan is situated 24.35 in Southeast Asia and 37.05 north latitude and 61 east to 78 east. Mean the stretching of Pakistan is also quite different. Fine. Total area is 7,96,000 clear and 7,96,096 murabba kilometer. Fine. And the neighboring countries that are, you see here, it is Pakistan. In the east you find China and India, along with India, Nepal, Bhutan, and here it is Bangladesh, and in the west Afghanistan and Iran. Sorry, in north Afghanistan and northwest Iran, and in the west completely is the Arabian Sea. Well, topography of Pakistan as it is included, you see here that Pakistan shares a huge border with India, clear, and it is called Durand line. Fine. And then border with China, and Pakistan has given some of the portion to China that is called Accession, and right now the tension between India and Pakistan and China is on this region that is called Ladakh, clear, and this is the line that was between Pakistan and Afghanistan. fine, and this is called international boundary. Well, now the entire India, this clear. Prehistorically, the regions under the mountains like Gilgit-Baltistan, Kashmir, Himalayan, Shimla, Nepal, Bhutan, these are considered as one distinct region for the centuries, and you have seen that the Buddhas would come from Nepal and other areas, and they kept traveling, and then they established a government in Texas. Well, Pakistan is the topography of India and Pakistan is almost similar, fine, and the biggest cities you find within Pakistan: Islamabad, the capital; Lahore, the second; Islamabad, the capital; Karachi, the highly populated; Lahore, the second populous; Quetta, Peshawar, Gilgit, fine, and here it is Hyderabad and Karachi. Whereas the very neighboring regions that connect Pakistan from the west side, Sindh is connected with Ahmedabad, India. This is called Riyasat Gujarat. This is called Riyasat Gujarat, and this area is like Jodhpur and Udhpur and Kota. They are the Rajasthan areas, and this is the Delhi province, and Ludhiana and Chandigarh and Shimla. Ludhiana and Chandigarh, they are the regions, they are connected with Punjab, and Amritsar is just 45 kilometers from Lahore. It is included here, and the culture of Lahore and Amritsar and all others are almost similar. Fine, here you find Shimla, a very important place in with India, because it's just like Murray here, fine, and the other regions of Nepal and other. And the rivers that run through, the biggest river, the areas are the mountains, Karakoram range, fine, rivers, Indus, and you see here that Indus River starts from here, and this is there is Mansoor in Chinese region, fine. So Indus starts from Chinese region, travels through Pakistan, crosses Jammu, come to Gilgit-Baltistan, and then covers a huge area. The plains at the both sides are called the upper area of Indus and the lower areas of the Indus, fine. They are the fertile land areas, and the other rivers like Jhelum, Chenab, and this river that flows between, and this is called Ravi, fine. So other rivers that flow into India, Satluj and Beas and others. While the greatest river that runs through, Ganges River, fine. This is called Ganga, clear. And there is another Yamuna and Ganga. This is Ganges River. This is Jamuna River. Delhi is situated on Jamuna River. Well, here it is, the city of Bareilly, from where you have seen the Bareilly Maktaba figure that started from this city. I hope that you have understood from some of the neighboring countries and cities, India and Pakistan. Thank you very much.